Up next here, we have Ryan Hurd. He is the founder and CEO of Caregiver Smart Solutions, and he will talk to us about revolutionizing aging in place. Welcome, Ryan.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate being here. And good afternoon from the East Coast of America. I am in wonderful New Jersey. So, I want to talk about technology and as it pertains to us as humans. My background, I've got 30 years of smart home IoT technology, and quite frankly, everything was going fine. Unfortunately, my father, he had cancer, not once, but twice. And when he was going through his chemo, I was worried about his ability. Was he getting up in the morning? Was he up all night because of throwing up because of the chemo? Was he taking his medication for neuropathy and so much more? And the problem was is I couldn't find anything out there. And I'm not unique in this problem. There's actually millions of Americans that are dealing with this, whether it's cancer related, dementia related, Alzheimer's related, or just caregiving for your loved one. The issue is how can we leverage the technology of today to help us as humans and help those that we love to live more independently. So I'm going to talk about what I created, which is Caregiver Smart Solutions. So let me share my screen here. Okay. Give me one sec. All righty. The company is called Caregiver Smart Solutions, and what we're doing is we're using AI and sensors to evaluate ADLs, or basically your loved one's habits. The problem is this: our loved ones want to age in place. This is where they're comfortable. Maybe this is where you grew up. This is where their community is. This is where their friends are. There's also a growing demand in America for at-home health. The problem is that the healthcare system actually cannot take care of this, what we call silver tsunami of people aging into the system. Now, I'm not saying that everybody needs help, but I am saying as we get older, we all are going to need a little more help. The current solutions are really done from the 1990s. They're intrusive, they're unreliable, and they're frequently not used. If it's a wearable like a PERS, generally they're not putting it on, and or they're taking it off. And there's a huge impact when it comes to business. This is something that people don't realize. If you're caring for a loved one, it's hard to focus on your day job per se. As I said before, the current technology is old. At the end of the day, we're relying on humans to wear something and charge it up. And as we know, if you want your data messed up, add a human in there. Of course, I'm kidding. What we wanted to do is how do we help our loved ones? I'm going to pick on my father or my grandmother, who's 98 years old, where she is very steadfast in her ways, which is fine. But asking her to change her habits is kind of hard. If they need to wear something, if they need to do something different, there's forgetting issues. They don't feel like doing it. Um, Things like, are they taking their medication? Did they leave the doors open? Did they leave the stove on and wander out? And this starts becoming a cognitive issue as we start getting older. I mean, even myself, I'm 53 and I forget where I put my keys. It can happen to all of us as we get older. There could be some other issues. So what do we do about this? How do we solve that problem? And as I said before, how does that problem affect the workplace? In America, it's a $35 billion issue. That's correct, $35 billion. Think of it like this. If you're caring for a loved one, and typically you call them and say, hey, mom, how are you doing? What happens if she doesn't answer? A lot of us still have to go to work. You know, we have to pay the bills, maybe take care of mom. Maybe we have a family that we're taking care of. And unfortunately, when we talk about caregiving, it tends to lay on the shoulders of females more than males. The issue is if we still have to go to work, which most of us do because we have mortgages, bills, kids, families, food that has to be bought, we're not very focused at work. And unfortunately, that also is a negative to the employer. So there's got to be a way that we can help that person who is working have a little more peace of mind in real time to know